You're watching Face to Face with John Ralston.
Welcome back across Nevada to Face to Face. We're here with the Senate Majority Leader, Harry Reid, who spent the day with the President of the United States right here in Las Vegas. Can you get 60 votes for that jobs bill? There was just a piece that came out right before I came on the air that says, no, you don't have 60 votes yet.
Well, we're pretty close. Senator Lautenberg is sick, and I'm not sure he will be able to make it to the
Stomach cancer, just diagnosed, yeah.
Well, it's lymphoma. It's not stomach cancer.
Okay.
So it's treatable, and he should be okay. We're having real good luck with the new senator from Massachusetts.
Scott Brown's your new best friend?
He has a difficult decision to make, and a number of other senators. So we're hopeful that they'll do it. Understand, this bill doesn't raise tax one penny. It lowers tax for small business. It's paid for with some loopholes that are offshore scams, quite frankly. It's a good bill, and it'll create jobs. I can't imagine why anyone would vote against it. It would be somewhat foolish, it would seem to me. And that's my conversations with Scott Brown. I said, you're coming to town. Let's make things a little different than they have been. This shouldn't be the party of no. When I first came to Washington, John, there were many moderate Republicans. It's too bad there aren't any now, and that's a shame.
You think you can get Scott Brown's vote, Senator, really?
Oh, I think there's more than a 50-50 chance we will.
All right. Let's talk real quickly about the stimulus. A one-year anniversary. You talked about saving 20,000 jobs. The Republicans, of course, put out a release. It was Harry Reid nuts. Nevada's lost 65, 70,000 jobs over the last year. I think it's a very misunderstood kind of thing. People say, oh, look, what kind of math are the Democrats using? But it's a legitimate question to ask, right?
You know, John, it's very interesting. All the Republicans who held office in the state were opposed to the stimulus. Then they got mad because they didn't get more money. And it's interesting, whenever we have groundbreaking for one of these events, they storm up and they want to be right there in the pictures with the rest of us. The money that is returned to the state of Nevada as a result of the work we've done has been significant. For example, debt cancellation that I stuck in one of the bills saved tens of thousands of jobs.
I think Jim Murray did a commercial for you saying that, didn't he?
Tens of thousands. His was on something else.
I know,
his was on the work that I did to make sure that City Center went for it.
No, I had to open the door to that.
My point is, we've brought hundreds of millions of dollars to the state.
But the state has lost jobs in the last year, correct? It's lost tens of thousands of jobs.
Yeah, but as I said today in my introduction to the president, we have people who have lost jobs. They're afraid they're going to lose their jobs. They don't get paid as much as they did before. They're working two jobs and can't make ends meet. People have been foreclosed upon. They're afraid they're going to be foreclosed upon. Their house isn't worth as much as when they bought it. But you know, it doesn't give them much solace for me to say, but think how much worse things would have been had I not done this. We're right here. And as the president said today, we've got to look forward. But I, quite frankly, John, am very proud of the work that we've done to save this world from going into worldwide depression and helping our country.
Let's talk about where the economy is, because now suddenly, out of the blue, your opponent, Sue Loudon, one of your many opponents, suddenly has this new web ad where she's comparing you to your very, very good friend, John McCain. Look at this.
John McCain woke up yesterday, surveyed the state of the U.S. economy, and declared, and I quote, "The fundamentals of our economy are strong."
Back when his friend Barack Obama ran for president, Harry Reid blasted John McCain for his assessment of the economy. Now things are even worse for Nevada. But with his own re-election bid in jeopardy, Harry Reid claims Nevada's economy is experiencing robust growth. Try robust unemployment.
Robust growth.
Well, John, let's look at the facts. The pesky little things always get in the way. The last quarter of the Bush administration, our gross national product went down 6%. The first quarter of the Obama administration went up 6%, a turnaround of 12%. That's pretty good.
But you were talking about the fourth quarter of last year, if I'm correct, when you were talking about the robust growth, right? When the economy was starting to turn around.
No, her comment is what I was talking about. John McCain's comments about robust
that part
growth.
I know, but when you said robust growth, though, you were talking about the fourth quarter of last year, correct?
No, I was talking about the first quarter of this year.
Talking about first quarter of this year, okay. And you're saying the economy's starting to turn around.
Well, turn around 12%. That's not bad.
You think most people
from -6 to +6.
What about? But you understand politics as well as anybody, so they're putting that up there. Even though a lot of independent analysts said there's vigorous growth in the economy, there's change. Do you think that was the right choice of words, robust growth?
John, the state of Nevada is in real bad economic situation. I know that. Everyone knows that. But we have to understand where we were and where we are. choice of words, I don't know what the right word is, but things are a lot better than they used to be, and that's the point.
Let's talk real quickly about health care reform.
Still have a long ways to go, that's for sure.
Let's talk about health care reform real quickly. And your office put out a statement late this afternoon. I don't have time to read it, but essentially indicated.
I'm familiar with the statement.
It essentially indicated you would consider a public option. You
I
put it in before.
I put it in my bill.
So let's just ask. You keep talking about if there might be reconciliation. You cannot get health care reform passed without doing reconciliation.
Yeah.
Just say it right here.
But John, listen. Reconciliation can be used for different purposes. We can write a whole new bill, okay? Or we can use reconciliation to pass the bill we've already passed. So
tell us what you're going to do. That's what you're here for.
Well, you understand that the president. I've spent a lot of time this week on the telephone with the president talking about health care. I talked about it today. I've talked to Pelosi this morning. I talked to her last night. I've had many conversations this week with the president, his chief of staff, and Speaker Pelosi. And we're really trying to move forward on this. We have some ideas. We have presented our ideas, and I think the president, rightfully so, next Thursday has invited the Republicans to the Blair House. We're going to find out what their ideas are. If they have good ideas that will insure people, will take away the monopoly that the insurance industry has on American people, stop people from having to file bankruptcy if they're sick or hurt, we're going to listen to what suggestions they have. We have our suggestions. It's going to be on the Internet. We're going to post that Monday night, more than likely, and so you'll be able to see it.
What's your guess? Do you think you're going to have a brand new bill that you try to pass through reconciliation? Come on, look at your crystal ball.
As of an hour ago, I think we'll not have to do a major bill. We'll do a relatively small bill to take care of what we've already done. And pass it through reconciliation. Yeah, I mean, we want to make things more affordable. We want to make sure there's a lot of money there for community health centers. We want to take care of the Ben Nelson fix, which will also help Nevada. There are a lot of things like that.
Timing? How soon?
Fill the donut hole for seniors that are watching.
How timing? When will it pass?
Well, we're going to have that done in the next 60 days.
Next 60 days.
Important, yeah.
All right, said it here first. We're going to come back with Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid when Face to Face returns.